Hi Aries. So I'm going to go ahead and do your reading for this week. Let's see what we can get for you guys. I'm going to just use the Rider Waite Tarot deck for the initial 4 cards, and then we will use one of the other decks for some clarifiers. All right, so automatically I'm getting that somebody is 7 of Swords in reverse. So not feeling emotionally tied up. That's always a good thing. All right, your 4 cards just came out like that. So yeah, not feeling emotionally tied up. You're feeling relatively free. Mental space has been made available for you here. And I think you're starting new projects. You're moving in new directions. You're creating new things. You're manifesting using your little magic wand there. And you're not going to hold on to anything that you kind of already know about. And I know that sounds kind of weird when I say it like that, but what I mean here is that you may be trying to start a new idea, a new like a new kind of enlightenment process. This is the Pisces card in the reverse. So in the upright, it means that you're just kind of waiting or hanging out, waiting for something. In the reverse, it means that you're aware of what's going on, that you're not going to wait, that you're going to make something happen at this point. Sorry, I don't actually know. So I'm just going to leave it. Anyway, so basically, I'm saying that you're going to be wanting new information. You're looking for tidbits of knowledge, perhaps, that you've not had access to before. You're wanting to go ahead and manifest further than what you previously expected from yourself. I'm saying, obviously, when we finally get enough rest and enough relaxation, then we're able to go ahead and make things happen in a different way than when we're feeling sluggish or when we're holding on to, excess baggage emotionally or otherwise. And it really can slow you up or slow you down. Slow you up, down, sideways. I don't know. You know the answer to this. Whatever the case may be, it just looks like you're able to, you're having new things are dawning on you. And not only that, but that you're pretty excited to go ahead and use whatever manifestation power you've got to encourage that. And I think that's awesome. Let me go ahead and see what kind of clarification I can get from, let's see, let's use the animal deck. Why not? Animal Kingdom can oftentimes give us an interpretive idea of what is going on. This implies a little bit that you might have been, a little tied up or a little bit in a place where you were holding on to specific person, place, or thing and not wanting to move for a while. These two in the upright would mean that, but kudos to you. They are both in the reverse. And obviously, if these were in reverse, it would mean that you're not able to manifest or you're not moving forward in a new, this is the Ace of Wands. So this is kind of, especially for you gentlemen out there, this could definitely be like just a lack of libido, a lack of feeling able to breathe life into something. And this, obviously is you waiting around to be able to do that. So I just see this as a very positive, full of energy kind of read for you guys. I'm seeing an animal's ears perk up. Interesting. Let's see what we get from the animal deck. They say your ears ring when someone's talking about you. And I don't know why that's coming to mind here, but you might be feeling like, okay, all right. So the fox came out, which is cunning, sexuality, and creativity. And it says red foxes are associated with sexual energy and the creative life force. Some Native American legends speak of a hunter discovering that his wife has a secret fox identity. So that could be exactly what I'm talking, like, it's kind of what I'm talking about, is maybe these are the ears that were pricked up here. Sometimes obviously we all want to be a fan of something or somebody or some place, something. And, foxes get a really bad rap. Not only do they have like a, a news outlet that is constantly being talked about, but they also have this really horrible reputation for being like sneaky and sly and stealthy. I don't really think that's what they are trying to denote whatsoever. Foxes are beautiful animals. They've got one of the only coats that is red. Obviously, I mean, there's coyotes and there's wolves and there's a whole bunch of different pack animals, but foxes tend to be a little bit more, individual. They're very, they've got their own kind of mark. To them here. They also come in Arctic white. And I just think, when you think about the red and white, when you think about the purity of what is denoted by a red kind of furred animal that is really slight and is able to weave its way in and out of other people's reality without being noticed. I think that's actually a skill set that a lot of humans wish we had. So maybe we're just jealous of the foxes, okay? That's the way I'm seeing this. They are really very regal. If you look at a fox, they're not at all shabby. I mean, if they've been mistreated or if they're malnutrition, then yes. But they keep themselves up very well. They don't have like overpopulations of children, or like little pups and stuff like that. They're just a really awesome animal when it comes down to it. And because of the way that they've been pictured in the media, I think they get a really bad rap. So you might be actually coming to terms with some of the ways in which you're able to move in the shadows, is what I'm hearing. That you're able to sometimes be present without necessarily being front and center, and that's become okay with you, especially when it comes to sexuality or the libido. There's something called the 11th man syndrome. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's just the idea that if there's 11 men in the room, and all of them are, go look it up. Actually, I don't really have time to talk about it on this video just because I want to keep these about 20 minutes each, but it's very interesting. 11th man syndrome is what it's called, and it's just about the level of attractiveness and the way in which somebody who doesn't seem to give a flying hoot about whatever it is that you're doing is actually typically the most attractive one out of all of the most otherwise desperate prospects out there. So anyway, this is the deer card, and it does have instinctual energy, independence, and regeneration. The deer came out in the reverse, so it's not like you're feeling shabby. I don't think you're feeling shabby. I just want to go ahead and reiterate that. I think you're not holding on to being, a prey. I think you're in predator mode right now, Aries. I think you've got your eye on something. I think you know how to kind of make your way and mark your territory. I think that there is definitely, it says a deer is a symbol that summons individuals to a calling or journey. It has frequently appeared in legends and myths as a creature that lures a hunter or knight into the wilderness. In the legend of King Arthur, a deer leads Sir Gawain into the woods to begin his adventures. So that's kind of what I'm saying here, is that you are actually, you've taken the role of the human in this. Like, I don't think you're going to be led astray easily right now. I don't think that this deer could really lead you into whatever endeavor it is that you've got in mind, unless it is something that you'd like to pursue. So I definitely see that as being you not holding on to feeling slighted or meager at all. I see this as you stepping up to the plate and being willing to, not show your entire hand of cards with the fox, but at the same time having a plan. Man with a plan. And I mean, you could be a woman. It doesn't really matter. So then there's the birds came out, and this came out in the upright. It says, in this painting, young men shall have their visions. A multitude of birds denote wisdom and the connection between earthly and spiritual realms. Exactly what I was just saying. The Pisces card in the upright here is actually, it does denote as well that there's an enlightenment of some sort. You can see that this man, if you turn the card over, then he's just hanging out right there. He could easily just use one of his hands or his other foot and kick down that connection so that he could drop on the floor and just walk away easily. But instead, he just hangs out, acting like he doesn't know what's going on, kind of like a sneaky character that we just discussed. But in the reverse here, it's like he's fully aware at this point of how to stand and support himself. Even though it might be on one foot at this point, he's also, I'm just seeing with the birds here, that he's aware of the young men shall have their visions. So he's having a vision at this point. He's able to see clearly the entire picture in front of him. It says the Egyptian gods originated as birds, retaining part of their original anatomy as they evolved into humans. The Egyptian soul is represented as a bird with a human head. So I know that cranes stand on one leg. Maybe this is kind of a representation of a reincarnated bird, Egyptian bird, who is now enlightened about what their past life entailed or embodied, and is now trying to use that information to find a stance or a position for themselves to take off. I'm not seeing the birds so much as being an issue here, but I am seeing two separate moons and half the picture. So I'm seeing this as yin and yang, the yin yang. Also, if you look at it right side up, this man also has on like a mask. It's like the Phantom Singer or the Phantom of the Opera. I don't know if you guys have seen the Phantom of the Opera, but he's wearing a mask over this portion of his face. So I'm just seeing this as being not only a yin and yang in the long way, I'm also seeing this as being a short story of the opera or the song that one wants to sing as a bird would, or a crane, standing in his own power. So anyway, I am going to go ahead and grab just a few more clarifiers here. I'm going to use the, since we talked about the Egyptian livelihood here, I'm going to use the Amun-Ra deck. We'll see what we can get. I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter, but it's not really working, so I'm going to try to stop around 20 minutes, but forgive me if I go over. I'm going to go ahead and grab 4 for you guys, and we'll see what kind of clarification we can get for the Aries. This is actually a really positive reading. You went from a fox to a deer to, obviously a bird of some type. So I'm just seeing, it's like a chase that's happening or a storyline that's unfolding in front of your face. Also, this could be a storyline. There's the color of the fox. Here's the deer in the headlight kind of look. And then there's the flight. So you might be trying to move something from being in the shadows to being very obvious, or vice versa. I don't know. In any case, let's see what we can grab. Okay, butterfly came out in the upright. So you're not feeling any kind of hesitation about being able to change whatever situation it is that you are feeling mentally able and willing to pursue at this time, especially as it pertains to whatever endeavor that might have taken a little bit of planning, or the cards that you're kind of hiding or keeping to yourself. Half the story is being kept to yourself. Boundaries in reverse. So that goes along with the Ace of Wands as well as the Deer card. And that just means, like I said before, you're not feeling like at all like a prey. You are definitely in your predator instincts right now. You're being a go-getter. This is definitely super manifestation energy when looked at all together. You know, there is no boundary for what you feel like you could achieve at this time. You know, obviously, if what you're looking for is transformation of emotional ability, then you definitely know. These are the same color. All of these are the same color, actually. This woman is shrouded in the same color that this fox is shrouded in, is the same color that this butterfly is. So you're definitely in your power, Aries. You've got more than enough ideas, um, you know, resources, and definitely the ability to make it happen. I'm just seeing you as a sorcerer with your stick here, or a wizard with a, you know, I don't know if you guys are into Harry Potter, but I'm just saying that, you know, this would be very, like, it's like Dumbledore's wand right here, okay? That's like how powerful your manifestation seems to be coming through right now. Let's go ahead and get 2 more. Okay, so when it comes to not holding on to something, then there's no love lost there. You definitely got the key to whatever it is that you want to hold on to. I mean, in the upright, this is you holding on, and sometimes when you hold on to love too hard, or when you hold on to something that you love, or a place, an idea that you really love too much, it doesn't give you that breathing space mentally. And I think you've already achieved that. So, you know, there's no love lost, is what I'm getting here, but you've also let go of the keys that you need. They've dropped into your lap. They've now come into fruition for you, and you've got them in your hand at this point. I'm definitely seeing that, especially with the, maybe this is the key that you just caught. It just boop, went right into alignment. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but it was we had a blizzard, and like, I think that was snow potentially just like falling off the roof, like a lot of it. We had a lot of snow. It was like, you know, it was up to my waist in some places, and then up to my calf in most places. So, just saying. Aries, you might have had some snowfall. You tell me, okay? In any case, I'm just seeing here that rather than, you know, you're not going to be waiting around, you're not going to be holding back anymore. This is now something that you possess within yourself, young grasshopper. Okay, and then let me go ahead and get you one more. Okay. I would also take a look at your birth chart and see where exactly Aries falls in your birth chart, because it's just, I'm going to take that top card there that flipped. It was knowledge. And okay, so it just looks like you have no knowledge of why you've been enlightened about something, but it's been something that is just kind of been, this is the bird. So, I mean, because we're using Amun-Ra cards here, I'm just, you know, I don't know if you guys are aware of Akashic Records, but it is something that kind of comes to you when you're ready. Nobody else can really read your Akashic Records the same way that you can, although they are able to be, I mean, you know, ruffled through by some. Then I think, honestly, that the bird, or Amun-Ra himself, the god, is a hawk. He's got a hawk head and a human body. So when you're ready for divine intervention and knowledge to be dropped for you into your lap as a key for your future, past, present, or future, it happens. And, you know, some people spend their entire life trying to unlock that ability and they're not able to. Some people do achieve that, and it's a personal journey that you've got to go through. But I am seeing here, Aries, that without you even knowing how or why or where it came from, there goes your knowledge. Here comes the Phantom of the Opera, just dropping knowledge on you, kind of able to add for you a half a view of each. And you know, sometimes you can, when you look through both eyes at the same time, you've got depth perception. Okay. But then when you look through one eye at a time, you're able to test yourself. You know, when you're at the doctor and they're like, read this row of letters or whatever. Hieroglyphics are definitely not from left to right, they're up and down. But I'm just trying to say that sometimes to test yourself or be able to push yourself further, you've got to give up the classical knowledge about how and why you believe that things exist and be open to re-educating yourself or uneducating yourself about the classical understanding of things. So in any case, Aries, that brings us to 20 minutes or so. I am so excited for you guys, especially if this transformation has dropped your barriers, that, you know, regarding love especially, and has brought you some kind of new knowledge or, you know, an ability to kind of revamp or relearn something. I'm thrilled for you guys, and I will definitely catch up with you next time so we can continue. Bye.